Breakthrough Media.
Because Lee, I understand where you're coming from, but I feel like you haven't acknowledged exactly what we're trying to forgive you for. I think you're just saying I've been a bad person, but you're not acknowledging the kind of invisible racism in your mind. You may not be doing it intentionally, but I think it's still motivating your actions. The racism that is ingrained in your behavior to the point of invisibility is still pushing you to behave in a certain way towards Kenny, towards Eric, towards me, in a way that you don't even recognize. So where are you now? Are you acknowledging that even if you didn't intend it, even if you didn't intend it, are your actions motivated by racist thoughts that are implicitly embedded in your mentality?
How about no?
I'm just trying to say, bro. That's the real question.
So, racist thoughts. This black guy claimed to know what the white guy is thinking. And he is claiming that the white guy has quote unquote racist thoughts. And as a result, you're not giving us enough so that we can forgive you.
Right. And he used a bunch of big words just to say racist thoughts.
And trying to show
left the white guy thinking, what?
This white guy thinking, what are you talking about? I have no, are you Mike or Eric Dyson?
But everybody else was clapping.
They didn't understand that. You know, like I had anger at one point in my life. And after I overcame the anger, I realized that the things that I was thinking that others were thinking were not true.
Right.
Those were my thoughts, or thoughts given to me, and they were never the thoughts of the other person. So this black idiot standing up making this statement is talking about himself.
Right.
Those are the thoughts that he's having, but he's trying to impose them upon the white guy to make the white guy think that he's thinking that.
This is what happens almost every time that that racism is accused on somebody.
Right.
They accuse somebody of racism.
The accuser is the one thinking those things, and not the accused. And so this white guy sitting there looking, thinking, what are you talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about. But when you're angry like that, your father, the deceiver, is always telling you things about other people, and you think that that's what they're thinking. Isn't that amazing?
I feel like I'm in such a unique position. I have the opportunity to be a spokesperson for African Americans, for women. Right? And I just feel like you had such an amazing opportunity to be surrounded by different people and like different cultures, and you didn't take advantage of that. I hope that in watching it back, you realize that you were a part of something so great. But in case you did, please know that you could exit stage left and meet me backstage, and I'd be more than happy to give you a Black history lesson, a lesson on women's rights.
A Black history lesson. Or a lesson on women's rights. Can you get any dumber?
It's sad.
Can you get, and poor guy, they are lynching him right now. This is a mob mentality, and this guy is trying to hold on, the white guy. I bet he is thinking, I'm so glad this woman, I will not be going out with her. And so this woman said that she is in a unique position as a spokesperson for, as she said, African American, no such thing, but for black people. No, she's not. White folk, she is not speaking for me and so many other black people. This woman is insane. Now, she might be speaking for liberal, man-hating, godless women, but not for normal women or black people. Just those blacks who are blind and can't see. Isn't this something? And this guy just sitting there being lynched. The mob is on him. And here is where it took place. The host of the show, right, Chris Harrison, and some of the other contestants, they forced Lee Garrett the victim here to apologize. And I want you to see the hurt and the breakdown of Lee Garrett. They destroy his soul in this very moment. Here we go.
Do you, and I think to their point, do you recognize the misogynistic comments, the sexism, and the racism, whether it's in your past or whether it's still there? Do you recognize that that was there in you?
That's the thing.
That's a hard thing to say. It's a hard thing to say that you were or are a racist.
I am grateful that I have people in my life now that make me not like I was when I made a racist comment.
Hold on.
I completely denounced that, and I denounced that Lee, and I want to learn.
Lee has a very unique opportunity right now to absolve yourself in front of all of us. What are you sorry about, and why are you sorry?
I'm sorry for saying things when I was not educated and ignorant in those subjects.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
We can take that, bro. We can take that.
I really can.
Still didn't acknowledge to me, and maybe I just didn't hear it, that what you said was racist. Whether or not you truly believe you are racist, you never actually said, these things that I said were racist, they were misogynist, they were just crass and rude. Those things are not what's in my heart. Help me get better. That's what we want to
That's
do.
it.
Yeah. That tweet was what was racist, and I denounce it.
Okay.
That's the lynching. He just lost his soul. He gave in to the children of the lie. They forced him, and he still didn't totally say I'm racist, but he caved in. And there are always more devils around than good angels, right? And poor Lee, all those people sitting there forced him to admit to something that he did not do.
Yep.
Isn't that amazing?
It is, and we've seen it happen over and over and over and over again. The only person who has not backed down has been Trump
That's right.
for telling the truth.
They always set up a bunch of liberals against one conservative because evil cannot handle good. So they need all of the little demons to come out of the gates of hell and attack one good soul in an effort to destroy it.
And it works almost every time.
I wish I could have just been inside of that Lee's body for a second.
Yeah.
Remember when last weekend, the weekend before last now, when I participated in that?
Politicon?
Yeah. And they have 4 liberals against me. I just wore them out. Just dealt with them with truth.
Yeah.
And with courage. Liberals' foundation is built on sand. That's why they need so many around. Mm-hmm. And they just put this poor guy through it.
Such a shame.
What a sad way to live. But I wanted you to see this lynching of this white man because this has been going on for 50 years or so. You've had these black and white godless liberals attacking white people, making them feel like they're responsible for the failure of their own lives with this false idea of racism. And you've got to start standing up to these folks. And look at the president. James mentioned President Trump. The reason Maxine Waters and the Democrats and others are losing it, because the president is dealing with them. He is not backing down. He's taking names and kicking butts, and they don't know what to do. They are not accustomed to seeing strong men and women stand up to them. Is Lee Garrett still on this show?
I don't know. I think the season might be done. I'll look into it for you.
I would love to get him on the show.
I know.
Let's work on it.
Okay.
All right, we need to get him on the show. I want to know how is he doing. What does he feel like now being torn down like that? This is what evil does. It tastes good and it tries to destroy it. This man is not a racist. This man, those tweets that we read, it was the truth. There's no hate in that.
on YouTube and they disagree with them, and they're making video after video after video after video. You got some Negroes who have created entire channels with nothing but response videos to other people's opinion. Other people who give their opinion on video. You have some people who go out, make response videos, and this is all they do because they get so butthurt over different opinions. And then you have the group of people who operate from troll accounts, run around flagging videos under the guise that it's hate speech or it's attacking a protected class. That's what you call censorship. Just like what those individuals tried to do on Saturday by showing up to that rally, attempting to stop those individuals from exercising their freedom of speech. And I say no. Let them rally, let them protest. And I've told y'all this in many of my videos. I will stand shoulder to shoulder with the Ku Klux Klan. I will stand with alt-right. I will stand with Nazi sympathizers. I will stand with any racist element defending their right to say what they have to say. And the reason why I will stand with them defending their right to say what they have to say is because I don't want nobody trying to shut down my right to say what I have to say. And when you defend freedom of speech, and I've dealt with this, I've covered this, the test on whether you are a defender of freedom of speech is not when you defend speech that you agree with. That's easy. That's easy. You know, I agree with them, so yeah, you shouldn't. No, that's the easy part. What the difficult part is when you defend the right of individuals, like Saturday's rally, who you can vehemently disagree with ideologically, but you still defend their right to say it. That is the test of freedom of speech, and whether you believe it or not, is when you defend those whose speech you disagree with. That's the test.